I have never cheated on someone, so I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Yeah, Pappy used to come see me literally every single day, so I was chilling. I was like,
So he came up every day? Every visit?
for the first year, he came literally every single day. When you're in a max, you have a visit every day,
Right,
except for
that's
it
right,
alters
right.
on the weekends,
That's
Saturday
right.
or Sunday. So literally
Every
the first
day.
year,
How
he
far
came
is
every day.
Bedford Hills from?
It's about 45 to an hour, depending on traffic.
So he was running up there every day, like coming up there.
Yeah,
Be
so
back
like I
tomorrow.
mean, it got to a point where I had to tell him like, yo, like I'm good, I'm alright. Like, and I guess like when he believed it, that was alright, and I was like, he was like, alright, cool, and then he'll come like.
The internet just revealed that Remy Ma's alleged adultery tape is true, and just as crazy as people were speculating about Papoose. The man who supported her through thick and thin is reportedly tired of their marriage. The internet doesn't. Forget that once upon a time, Remy and Papoose were the model for loyalty in hip-hop. They weren't just relationship goals, they were the entire manual. Forget fairy tales with crowns and castles. It was hip-hop royalty. Instead of gowns, we had bars. Instead of horse-drawn carriages, we had prison visits and mixtape dedications. The rock-solid love story is breaking quickly. Born Remy Smith on May 30th, 1980. Remy grew up in the Castle Hill projects of the Bronx, and trust me, it wasn't easy. She had to grow up quick, looking after her younger siblings while addiction issues rocked her family. But instead of folding under pressure, she turned her pain into poetry. Her raw skills were impossible to ignore, so much so that the legendary Big Pun took notice. He mentored her and gave her the first real shot in the game. She lit up the scene with her debut on Big Pun's OOO album, Yeah Baby. And just like that, Remy Ma was on the map. But wait, her love life, that's a whole series by itself. She married Papoose, the official Black love icon, in February 16. But their love story actually kicked off years earlier in 007. Everything changed when Remy's life took a serious turn on July 13th. She turned herself into the NYPD after a wild situation outside a Manhattan deli. The alleged victim, Makita Barnes-Joseph, claimed Remy shot her during a heated argument over $3,000 that supposedly disappeared. Things spiraled fast. One second it was words, the next it was headlines. That's how serious this situation got. One bullet to the torso. Yes, and to make matters worse, surveillance footage taken inside the club showed no fighting. No fighting, but Makita Barnes-Joseph wasn't letting it go. She pointed directly at Remy, and then the case was on. And Remy entered a not guilty plea to charges of attempted murder and illegal weapon possession.
Take wedding vows. Okay. He has to honor his queen. So if she disagrees with something, he has to absolutely take that into consideration before moving forward. Okay. He can't just totally disregard her point of view.
I respect that.
You know what I'm saying?
It's your job to honor that.
Hey, listen, man, happy wife, happy life.
But the court didn't buy it by March 2008. She was hit with convictions for gun charges and attempted coercion, and here's where it really gets wild. The judge said Remy was digging through Barnes-Joseph's purse, looking for that missing money, while the woman was bleeding out in the car when Remy didn't find the cash. She allegedly dipped out in a getaway car leaving Barnes. Joseph, in pain and bleeding cold, moved the aftermath straight up brutal. Barnes-Joseph had to go through multiple surgeries and ended up suing Remy for $80 million in damages. Meanwhile, Remy got slapped with an 8-year sentence and was sent to Bedford Hills Correctional Facility. She served 6 years and came home in August 2014. Now, here's the part that had everybody talking. Most dudes would have bounced the minute handcuffs got involved, but not Papoose. This man was on a whole other level of loyal. He pulled up to see Remy all the time, never missed a beat, and stayed true like a real one. He even proposed to her while she was locked up. Not your dream engagement spot, sure, but love doesn't wait for perfect timing. It just shows up. Remy and Pap even tried to tie the knot in a low-key prison ceremony in 2008, but the twist cops shut it down when Papoose got caught trying to sneak in a skeleton key. Yep, he really tried to Magiver his way to love. It was bold, it was wild, and it cost him. He lost 6 months of visitation rights over that move. That prison wedding never happened, but love still held strong right. And this wasn't just for the cameras. Papoose meant it in every single interview. Red carpet or TV moment, he made it clear Remy was his queen. Even when she couldn't be on stage or even stand beside him, he stayed loyal and proud. Real talk people called them the blueprint for real love, especially in a celebrity world where most couples don't even make it through one season. And if you think Papoose got jealous seeing Remy around other men, nah, he was solid, no insecurity, just straight loyalty. Then came 2014 Remy. Finally walked out those prison gates, and guess who was standing there with open arms? Papoose, of course. They picked up right where they left off, rebuilt everything, and made it official with a real wedding in February 2016. Then in 2018, they welcomed their baby girl Reminisce. Fans were in love. It was like a movie, a real redemption arc unfolding in front of everybody. Remy didn't waste time. Either she jumped right back into the grind. She even launched a clothing line, with some of the profits going straight to the Remy Ma Foundation. But let's not pretend it was all smooth sailing after that. And in May 2019, the drama came back, knocking. Remy turned herself in after Love and Hip Hop castmate. The streets were ablaze with headlines after Brittany Taylor accused her of touching her. But by December, the case was withdrawn without any concrete proof. Everywhere Remy goes, drama seems to follow like a shadow. And behind the picture-perfect portrayal, not everything was as sweet as it seemed. Like any couple, Remy and Papoose had their rough patches. But with them, the cracks started to show loud enough for fans to notice the first big red flag. Father's Day 2022, and what transpired raised a lot of eyebrows.
No.
It's just a job. It's just a workplace. I would never feel insecure about that.
It never happened to me.
Like you feel like secure, like she's gonna honor you regardless.
Exactly.
Regardless.
Yeah. But we the problem.
See, we talking about a situation where everybody's being respectable.
Yes.
Everybody's doing their job and keeping it moving. We're not feeling Prince and all that.
Remy, who is usually all over social media praising and loving Papoose, went completely silent on Father's Day. If you've been following them, you know that silence was loud and that this was not her usual energy. Remy usually writes an entire essay about her man, especially on significant occasions like this. Then came the moment that made everyone gasp. Papoose posted a picture of himself with the kids, but he was nowhere to be seen, and the caption read, "Family is everything." The fans weren't having it and flooded the comments with questions like, "Where's Remy?" Since it was brief, cutting, and full of implicit messages. Some even posted the harsh facts, saying things like, "You married a woman who was never madly in love with you. You were blindly in love, and now you see it was harsh." Maybe, but the silence from both sides only. Then the whispers started getting louder and messier. Rumors circulated that Remy and Papa's relationship was colder than a New York City winter. And the name that kept coming up was Easy, the block captain. Yes, you heard correctly. The rumors that Remy had cheated on Papoose with Easy went viral. And the fact that this wasn't just some random guy off the street made it even more painful. The apps were cool. They moved in the same circles, the same industry, and the same places. If the rumors are true, fans were shocked. The loyalty we believed to be unbreakable was suddenly hanging by a thread. How could Remy do an app like that? These two were supposed to be hip-hop's ride-or-die duo. The idea that Remy might have risked everything with someone like Easy has people looking sideways at the entire relationship. Then it got spicier when an audio clip appeared, and the voice in it allegedly sounded just like Easy spilling tea left and right about what really went down. Yeah, you heard that right. There is apparently video proof of Remy and Easy together, and it's scandalous. Fans were zooming in, pausing every second, analyzing frames like detectives trying to see if it was actually her. Some devoted Remy supporters swore the tape was a fake, calling it edited or a setup. But others weren't buying it, especially since Remy remained silent, denied nothing.
everything that happened, we with each other, you cheating on ball, such and such, and whatever happens, let's say Love and Hip Hop pick it up, y'all get back together. How does now, I get a bag, you know what I mean? I get a little bag, I get a little check, couple little, you know what I'm saying? Such and such a, you know what I mean? I'm the boy that such and such a cheat, I'm around now, I'm a little, I'm sound too comfortable. I should have knew me being in New York, me being at Renzo, and I knew this should have been plotted on because I would have.
Remy and Easy were actually spotted together in public twice. First at a Philadelphia Eagles game, and then at what appeared to be a casual dinner. As you are already aware, it sparked a lot of conversation on the internet. But it turns out that the drama escalated into a full-fledged brawl, with fists flying and egos bruised. It all allegedly happened at a Chrome 3 battle rap events called the Grudge Card. Now for the twist. Chrome 3 isn't just any rap event. It's Remy's own platform, her brainchild, and her baby in the battle rap world. Therefore, for things to go wrong there, it would be chaos on a whole new level. Naturally, Remy was at the event, which was her stage. But guess what? According to sources, things quickly went south when Papoose saw him and Easy getting a little too cozy for comfort. And let's just say he didn't take it lightly. Imagine this. You already suspect your wife has been playing around, and then you see her acting extra friendly with that same guy in front of you?
I walked past, I see Papoose, and it was kind of like an aggressive motion, and Papoose swing. Next thing I know, Easy was on the floor, and it was a lot of commotion, and people were running out of the room. Remy came in, her security came behind her, and then they closed the door, and they were arguing. So this didn't happen.
That's bullshit. That's the kind of circumstance that will make anyone lose their mind. According to reports, Papoose was taken, and it wasn't simply a heated exchange. Hands were thrown. An anonymous caller revealed the truth about the star. Report saying that the fight was 100% real and that yes, Remy was right in the middle of it. The caller also claimed that Papoose didn't just confront Easy. Instead, he rocked him. According to them, Pap landed one clean hit that instantly knocked Easy out cold and put him to sleep. The caller said that the drama allegedly began because Easy was getting too touchy with Remy all night long, not just buddy-buddy crossing lines close. Can anyone really blame Pap for reacting? The man was already going through a lot emotionally, dealing with all of this alleged cheating, and then realizing that it was too much. Let's also discuss the timing, as it only makes things worse. The altercation allegedly occurred after the alleged cheating had already occurred. So Pap was already carrying all that pain and betrayal. Fans are upset not only by the betrayal, but also by Papoose's out-of-character behavior. If the rumors are true, he had every reason to snap at a faithful man who was watching the woman he rode for possibly doing him dirty. Add in Easy getting to bold at Remy's own event, and you've got a surefire recipe for chaos. However, he jumped on Twitter and came in swinging with the denials. His first tweet set the tone quickly. You want something bad to happen to me, so bad that. Of course, it's the same as hating men and females.
He did go night-night. Papoose put Easy, the block captain, to sleep last night. What it was about, I don't know, but he was playing Remy very close last night, a little too close for comfort. So
I'm not mad about rumors. I'm not mad about false stories because being the person I am, I understand. But when I see people like that happy, it was a possibility that something happened to me. And it's unacceptable. And now I give two F's about. No one, we're not friends, said the bold man who had called out both men and women in the same breath. And finally, I understand that Easy was obviously in love. But let's face it, Twitter fingers can only go so far. Despite all of his tweets, fans weren't buying his story, and they were dragging him around like a snake and a homewrecker. As the pressure mounted, Easy escalated it even further. Firing at Papoose, this time with the tweet, "Real men do real things right." And a quick online quiz to dispel these rumors before I do. However, here is the gag. I would like to apologize to everyone who was disappointed tonight because we couldn't get 3 full rounds from all the opponents I tried. Can you please stop with the easy and path lies? There's no place like Chrome. Right back at it. See you in August. Papoose didn't say a word, tweet, comment, or sub. Then, finally, Remy appeared, but instead of giving fans a full-on explanation, she sent them a tweet that felt like a combination of a gentle apology and a promotion for her league. Lack of clarity, simply dismissing it as lies, and moving straight into a Chrome 3 plug fans weren't impressed. They wanted answers, not promotion. Just when everyone thought it was over, Remy made another cryptic post that left everyone online wondering what's really going on here. You did me dirty, and I still never exposed you. I know secrets about people I don't mess with anymore, and their secrets will never leave my mouth. A character will never be questioned. It's cool though, Remy said in a mysterious message that had admirers riveted to their screens.
What you think about the fight, Clarissa's knockout?
Amazing, fire, killed her. I already knew she was going to blow out though. I thought it was going in the first.
Yeah, no doubt.
I thought she was ready to go.
Pew sounds like someone was speaking straight from a bruised heart, but then, plot twist, Remy and Papoose popped out together at the 2023 Bet Awards, and everybody lost it. Were they still good? Was this their way of shutting down the rumors? Well, don't get it twisted. According to an insider, Papoose is still deeply heartbroken over the cheating talk, the source claimed. He never expected Remy to betray him. He's still in love with her, still standing by her, but inside he's torn up and struggling to move forward, and that BT appearance word is it was all for the cameras, pure PR. Just a move to make it look like everything's fine. That same energy showed up again at Papoose's 46th birthday batch at Brooklyn Chop House in Nick. But instead of giving power couple vibes, it felt more like two co-workers clocking in at a meeting. Remy's body language, let's just say, it wasn't giving proud wife, and of course the internet clocked it fast. Then came July 17th, 2024. That's when eagle-eyed fans noticed a silent but bold move. Remy dropped Papoose's last name. She went back to her maiden name, now going by Remy Keon Smith. And where did folks spot the change? Right in the credits of her newest track with Fat Joe, Out of Control. That name switch hit like a siren. Fans were quick to compare on her earlier collab Ghetto and Ratchet remix with Connie Diamond. She was still using Remy Mackie, so yeah, this change, it felt intentional, like I'm moving on loud and clear. The backlash came. Fastory's rep took a hit, not just as a wife, but as a brand. People started questioning her loyalty, her business moves, everything. And Easy, he tried to keep it chill, but let's be honest, the scandal had already cast a big shadow over his name. After over a year of being dragged through cheating rumors, Remy had finally had enough. Remy finally broke her silence, and she did not hold back. She hopped on Instagram Live and came with straight fire, clapping back at the gossip and putting her foot down on the rumors once and for all. But fast forward to October 17th, and the drama lit right back up thanks to Tay Rock, another battle rapper who clearly couldn't resist pouring gasoline on the situation. He jumped on X, formerly Twitter, and dropped this shady line: that dude's girlfriend at home with her husband. I see why he's on the internet, lonely and bored. How your girl got a whole husband. Boom, that post had the internet losing it.
You literally just did something just to do it, and now you at where you at. You see that's not where you really want to be, and he moving with the wind. For real, he gone with the wind, baby. And I just don't think it's anything that could be reconciled, because I done held you down while you was in prison, for you to get out of jail, start a whole family with me, and then just to go do something so reckless. I mean, I don't know.
And it didn't take long for Remy to slide straight into the mess with her clapback. It was sharp and spicy, but Trock wasn't finished. He shot back, "What's up, Reminisce?" Yes, it's Dante. I was talking about Easy, the block captain, who was resentful because his married girlfriend was hanging out with her husband today. Do you know who that married girlfriend is? Things quickly became tense, but Remy wasn't backing down either. She snapped back with pure queen energy. "No, a bunch of dudes that don't play about me. And they don't almost do nothing. They start from the bosses and work their way down to the workers. I like you though. You a good kid. Go write a rap or watch wrestling." And yeah, I got your text earlier, AM dumb tweet. It's above me now, but Trock wasn't done with the keyboard smoke. He posted a screenshot of the text Remy mentioned, claiming he never disrespected her and just wanted her to tell Easy to chill out too late, though Remy was already in her battle stance. Meanwhile, Papoose was out here staying low-key, but winning word on the street is he's now dating Claressa. Shields a young and rising boxing champ, and here's the real. Kicker, she's reportedly pregnant. Yeah, that part sent fans into a frenzy after everything Pap had been through, folks. We're actually happy to see him moving on with someone new, but Remy sis was not doing so great, and the internet could see it all, unfolding in real time. Now, this part, its wild word is Ree's been out here stalking Papoose's new girlfriend, according to sources. She has been sending dubious messages and even threats via direct messaging, such as Remy, you're a professional boxer, so you're not the right person to play with, champ. Previously hailed as hip-hop's comeback queen, Remy's name is now doing the rounds on memes after the cheating scandal not only shattered her relationship, but also completely destroyed her career. Messy headlines and gossip blogs, the hip-hop game is cruel to women when they slip, and Remy is feeling the heat. If that wasn't enough, there's more trouble at home. Her son is allegedly dealing with serious legal issues, and now that Papoose is no longer by her side, it's obvious that Remy is having a time keeping her entire empire together. Meanwhile, Papoose is out there giddy with a new relationship, new energy, and a focus on himself for once. This is a full-blown redemption arc. The internet is cheering him on at every turn, with one fan saying she really fumbled the king. That's crazy. Fans are hailing him as the king of loyalty, and he truly earned the title after years of prioritizing Remy. He is now life for him. Someone else said, I hope he doesn't fall for the I want you back nonsense because it'll never be the same. And to be honest, they might be correct that old Remy and Papa Magic may be gone forever. As for Easy, his future in combat rap doesn't seem to be looking too bright, even though the incident did draw some attention to him. Let's face it though, the drama may have caused more harm than good. The real question is this really the end of Remy and Papa's relationship? Can they mend what's broken? Or is it too far gone and Remy can bounce back and recover her place? The rap industry is ruthless when it comes to linking your name to complex love triangles, which is never a choice. Please share your thoughts in the comments section and pay attention because, believe it or not, things are going to get even messier.